Welcome to the Pursuit Podcast, where we discuss pursuits in business, the outdoors, and life in general. Proudly recorded in the SIP Outdoors studio, I'm your host, Corbin May. The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and its guest alone and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of Pursuit Properties or SIP Outdoors. As I walk through the valley of the shadow it's old school, like the little clackers that they did and stuff, so they can match the audio to the video.
Very good. Didn't know that.
Yep. My buddy Bo Riggs, he works at Cadillac Creek Outfitters in Texas, but he's like one of their main film guys out there.
Okay.
And he used to work for Mossy Oak, doing all their film stuff too. He actually might be moving back here, but he's helped me a lot with the videography, photography stuff too. So. But how was y'all set up at Germantown? Like, what were y'all rocking over there? Do you know?
Headsets, and I don't even know what we were going through over there.
So you just
had
had
like a huge mixing board that went through whatever they had going on.
Tilt it up a little bit towards you. I want it to be comfortable at the same time. Yeah, there you go.
Is it picking up?
Yeah, it's picking up. It's just a little low.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay.
Yeah, just want it comfortable for you. So. But you're not doing that anymore, though.
No. I mean, I want to, but it takes away too much time from Kim. It takes away too much time from us, period.
Yeah.
You know, I've said no to too many things in the fall because from, August whatever, or let's say September 1st through December 1st, you're booked every weekend.
Yeah. Did you go to the away games, too?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, which was a lot of fun. It's actually my favorite part was driving to Tupelo or wherever we were going.
A lot of people hate that drive.
I know, but, for me, just being in the car with the friends, and then after the game, you get on and you listen to the sports talk, and all the commentators from around the state are coming in and reporting their games, and it's fun being a part of a big community like that.
Probably got to meet some guys along the way, too, because were all the press guys like in the same general vicinity?
Most times. I mean, sometimes they had us across the field. They had a separate press box. Otherwise, other times there was, you like you got the main operating, and then like at Germantown, you got home and then away, opposite sides of the press box, but still in the same box. So when they come through, you say hi and introduce yourself. Get to meet a couple coaches and stuff.
Gotcha. How was the facilities at some of the schools? Was it kind of?
Oh no, yeah. I mean, some
y'all
of
probably
them,
spoiled at Germantown.
Yeah, we are. I mean, Oxford was actually nice, but they put us outside anyway. So we were like standing in this deer stand looking thing, and doing it over there, which is fine because you want to be away and not be. You don't want to be in a box, sweating your tail off. You'd rather, if I got to be outside, I'm gonna be outside. But we did one from the stands too, where we were sitting
just in the bleachers.
In the bleachers, yeah, just away from everybody, but in the bleachers, and it worked.
Did you feel like you could watch the game, or were you so focused on like the commentating that you kind of weren't able to just really sit there and enjoy it, or do you feel like it kept you more engaged?
No, so Jared, my partner, he was the play-by-play guy, so he was locked in on exactly what happened. What I got the privilege of doing was being able to watch the play and go, hey, what just happened? And then come back and go, and hey, why did it happen? How did it happen? Mm-hmm. And that was fun, to be able to. He's like, the tailback rumbles for 4 yards, and I'm able to go, yeah, they did a really good play fake to the left, and he was open on the right, and then that guard really kicked this guy out, and the secondary block on the linebacker gave him that extra 4 yards that he needed. That's the cool stuff that you get to talk about.
I enjoyed listening to stuff on the radio, like especially baseball, but like even football games. I was tuning into some high school football. I would rather listen to a broadcast than I would watch a live stream, because most of your high school live streams aren't that great, but the audio broadcasts are usually really good.
Yeah.
And I think that's just kind of the way I grew up listening to a lot of games. I didn't have but like 3 channels growing up, so I didn't watch a whole lot of TV. So it was.
I love like listening to John Cox for the Eagles. Mm-hmm. His voice, it's great. So in New Orleans growing up, they would say turn down the sound on the TV and turn up the sound on the radio. So listen to Buddy Diliberto on WWL. Mm-hmm. That was cool. So
yeah,
I'm with you. I like the same thing because I mean they really do. They do a good job of coloring what you're seeing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember I'm drawing a blank right now. The longtime state radio guy, Jack Crystal.
Yeah.
And just that rich baritone voice. Mm-hmm. He actually lived in Tupelo, so I'd see him every now and then.
Really?
But so he's in Starkville all the time, but he lived in Tupelo. Little bitty guy.
Is he? Because he sounds huge.
Yeah, I know. I was shocked the first time I saw him. I was like, people were like, oh, that's Jack Crystal. I was like, that little guy?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he's probably maybe 5'2", 5'3". I could be wrong on that, but
I thought you were going to say like 5'7".
Oh yeah. No, you'd be
such a towering fella.
You'd be a giant compared to Jack Crystal. Maybe that's something y'all fit in the booth a little bit better. Or something.
Maybe, I guess. Yeah, whatever it takes.
No,
but maybe I'll do it again one day, man. I really.
Had you done it before?
No.
So what? No. So what got you to do it? They just pulled you aside. Were like, hey, we need someone.
Actually, they reached out to me for sponsorship, and then at the very bottom of the email it said, "And if you know anybody who does color, we need somebody." And I reached out and said, "I've never done it before, but I would love to do it.
Yeah,
or at least try it." He's like, "Yeah, come on." So we tried it one game and we nailed it.
I feel like you've been involved with Germantown like a lot.
Yeah.
So how long have you been here in this area?
We've lived in the Gluckstadt area, or Lake Caroline specifically, since 2006. So, and then my girls started school. One of them graduated in 20, the other one in 22. So that was what, 08?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been involved in Germantown since 08.
Yeah.
And then I opened my agency in 14. So all of 13 I was involved. That's when I started with the Booster Club and got really involved in it.
Gotcha.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's cool. You know, I don't have boys, so I got to plug in with the sports. And
what all sports did your girls play when they were at Germantown?
Grace was my oldest. She was in volleyball, and then my youngest was in dance and cheer. But we didn't do any other sports.
Yeah. So when Germantown opened, so I'm from Tupelo, but you know, as long as I've been here, it's been the same, like 6A or 7A now. What was it, a 6A school when it first opened, or was it smaller than Madison Central?
I think it might have even started as a 3. And then each year it just kept growing until here we are at 7.
Yeah. One
of the biggest schools in the state.
Man.
And the biggest classification, obviously. And and at the same time, that classification is so wide because it has to be a cutoff, and Germantown's down at the bottom of it. Schools like Tupelo, they've got 2,000 students versus Germantown's 1,500 or something like that, whatever the number is now. Mm-hmm. But you get an extra 500 students, there's bound to be at least 1 or 2 really good athletes.
Yeah, do they combine the 9th grade at Tupelo?
I think so. I think they count 9th through 12.
So they're counting like the 9th through 12. So it's not 1,500 in 10th through 12th at Germantown. That's including the 9th grade school.
Including the 9th grade, yeah.
But they're building a new school right now, correct? Is that a 9th grade school?
They're either building a 9th or a 6th grade. I'm not sure what it is. It's one of them to cut that up.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I know Madison Central has
Rosa Scott,
which is 9th grade schools. So do they count?
Yeah.
So they still count the 9th grade school as far as their attendance. I was wondering about that because I was like,
oh yeah,
you get that extra 500 athletes
team that are good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, but didn't Germantown beat Madison Central for the first time this year?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, which was might be sensitive for some of our listeners.
I know, right? Yeah. Sorry, MC fans, but it was a long time coming.
Yeah.
Because I think they beat them in every sport now. Because it just took.
Another baseball team got really good pretty quick.
They did, and then they kind of fell off, and then. But then they bounce back and they're in the playoffs on a regular, which it's fun. Yeah. It's fun to be around a winning program. Everybody loves that. And that's the thing that I was, banging the drum early with the Booster Club, being a part of it, was like, hey, I know you don't feel like this affects the academics, but it does. Like having a good football team, having a good baseball team gets people excited about being a part of your program. You don't see parents, you do and you don't. Like, so you got parents obviously that are, how's the school, how well are they testing, all that stuff. Absolutely, I agree with that. But what you hear about people talking about at the lunch table when you walk through Primo's or Trace Grill or something is, did you see what Germantown did to Madison Central this weekend? Mm-hmm. That's what's exciting.
Yeah.
And it gets the more you talk about it, the better it gets.
Yeah. I do like, it's kind of, I guess it's more like nostalgic, kind of small town America. Like, everyone kind of, comes around their local football team or just their local sports teams and kind of gives you some pride in your community. And I do think that our area does a really good job of that. And I'll even, give them props to all the local schools, like, Brandon, Madison Central, and you've got Northwest Rankin. I mean, some really big schools and fans. Yeah. I mean, it's rare to see massive tailgates at high school football games.
Oh, they get into it.
And they get into it. It's wild. I mean, like, people are more excited about tailgating these high school football games than going to sort of like, everyone makes fun of Mississippi because we don't have a pro team, but it's like we make up for it in our high school and college athletics.
Oh, yeah, we got all kind of we got good stuff, man. And this is a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family, and we can go visit all the other chaos.
Yeah.
But, now we got a Topgolf, so we're just as cool as Birmingham.
But a little cheaper to live, too.
Right.
I love Birmingham, but, man, it's expensive.
Yeah.
So where did you grow up?
I grew up in and around New Orleans.
Okay.
So I lived in New Orleans East, which is actually its own city. And then we moved across the lake to Lacombe and then Abita Springs, and that's where I lived when I graduated high school from St. Paul's in Covington, Louisiana.
Okay.
And that's small town. That's really great. And St. Paul's was the all-boys Catholic school, and you had Covington High, which was a big 6A school, and you had Mandeville High, which was another big 5A school or whatever the classification was at the time. And it was, there were a lot of good rivalries all on that North Shore. There's a lot of good football and baseball there, too. I mean, there's plenty of D1 players that are coming out of Mandeville, Covington, Fontainebleau, St. Paul's, Salmon, Slidell. I mean, there's North Shore, lots of good schools over there.
Did you play some sports growing up?
I did until 9th grade. Coach actually called me into the office, and he's like, "Hey, don't come out next year."
He was like, don't do it.
Yeah. You know who Andy Canizero is?
Yeah.
Okay, he coached at Mississippi State, but he was also like the shortstop for Tulane's Omaha team. He was coming up right behind me. and he and a couple of other guys were really, really good. They were on that select team at the time, which we would call travel now, and there was just a good crop of guys coming up in that. They were 7th graders coming into the 8th grade. Our school started at 8th grade. So my sophomore year, they all showed up, and he's like, "There's not going to be any room for you on the JV team, and you're going to be JV, for however long."
Dude, he was a good coach until he let some extracurricular activities get in the way.
Yeah. Well, he was good, man. He was a good baseball player.
Yeah,
he was a stud baseball player.
Dude, he just looked like a baseball guy.
Yeah.
Like he was just...
Yeah, his dad's a coach. I think his brother... Well, I know his brother is an umpire.
Last name's Canizera. You've got to be good at baseball with a name like that.
Yep. His brother still... He shows up at Southern Miss games umpiring.
Really?
Yeah.
What conference is that?
Sunbelt.
Sunbelt now.
Yeah.
Do you get back for many games at Southern?
Not really, but I watch every pitch. We're all in.
I know you're a big Southern Miss baseball fan.
Yeah, we're locked in. Thank you, ESPN, for doing your deal and having the app, and it's awesome.
It makes it a lot better.
Yep.
So chances are y'all will host a regional if things kind of stay the way they are right now. Are y'all kind of on borderline?
No, we get through the week. We're definitely hosting a regional, but we get through the weekend. I think if they sweep or at least win the series, they'll probably wind up being a top 8.
A top national seed.
Yeah, which would be great. So then road to Omaha goes through Hattiesburg, which would be really good. Which the road to Omaha has gone through Hattiesburg for the last 5 or 6 years. It's been awful.
I didn't want to rub that in, but the road to Omaha has ended in Hattiesburg.
It has, man. We've
I feel like y'all need to go somewhere.
Been like a nice ticker tape parade for other teams to pass through Hattiesburg on the way there.
And y'all have had some teams too, and that's
it's
just. I mean, I was shocked when I'm a State fan, and I was shocked when we came down there and beat y'all to go to Omaha. Mm-hmm. Y'all were a much better team, and I was like, all right, we're going to Southern. I'm like, this is probably going to be their year, and just got down there and won it. And I'm like, and then you see it happen again. Who'd y'all lose to last year?
Miami.
Well,
the year before that it was Tennessee. The year before that it was Ole Miss or LSU. I mean, it was just,
because Ole Miss went through there to go on when they won the national championship.
Yeah.
Tennessee won the national championship.
Yep.
And Miami went pretty deep in the College World Series, did they not?
Yeah. And then LSU
when
did their thing.
LSU's
I mean, it's but I'm just saying,
it's just college baseball.
Everybody that we got knocked out by went on to win the national championship. Seems like from 21 on.
Okay, so just know if you're going to Hattiesburg Regional, you got a good chance to win.
There's a really good chance if you get out of that regional, you're going to win the national championship.
But that's all it takes. You just got to get out of your own super.
Yes.
And then go.
We'll see.
Have you been to Omaha before?
I have not, and I regret it. So the one time Southern Miss went, I didn't go.
You've been twice, haven't you?
No, just once.
Just once. So that would have been 2008 or 14?
No, I think it was either 06 or 09 maybe.
I need a producer to look this stuff up.
Yeah. Can we get a stat guy, please? But, yeah, that was a tough year. We lost the first two, and we walked in the winning run in the second game against Texas. It was rough. I had a hard time with that one.
The what team was it? The 13 team that we lost in the finals. That obviously that one hurt, but I think it was maybe the 14 team that either didn't make it or got put. It was like one of the best teams we'd had in Starkville. I think won like 50-something games, and then just
there's something to being there.
2009
doing it is 9.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, being there, experiencing the environment, and then still having guys on the team that are there when you go again, that don't get shocked by it. That's how you win a natty.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have experience. I think you're seeing more of that in college basketball too, based on some teams. I think Calipari kind of had that model. You load up with all the top freshmen in the country, well, then you get kind of late into the season, and then it's like, why aren't these guys winning? They're the most talented team out here. And it's like that veteran kind of leadership.
Yeah.
They've been there before, kind of like that old Tom Brady do, and he shows up to a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I've
been here.
I've been here.
That's what I do.
This is what I do. Just start winning games. So did you meet Kim at Southern Miss?
The very day I stepped on campus.
First day.
Yep. She was the orientation leader. And I had scheduled a class at 8 o'clock on Friday morning, and I knew fraternity parties were on Thursday nights. It's like, I got to fix this. I wasn't paying attention. I was just really copying off of the girl next to me. So I ran up there, and I was like, hey, can you help me? And we started talking. We had a couple of people we knew in common, and that was it. I saw her again when school started, and we've been together ever since.
So that was your freshman year, and y'all started dating, like a year later after that?
No, we started dating almost immediately.
Oh, almost immediately.
Yeah, so I met her in July at orientation.
Okay.
And then when school started in August, I think we wound up catching up on bid night or something. So
wow.
I was in my best form, obviously, on bid night.
Obviously.
Yeah, but, I had all the liquid courage I needed to talk to the pretty girl.
There you go.
Yep.
No, so I met Rosalind my first year of college, and we had a lab together, and she invited me to a date party. I was like, yeah, absolutely. I didn't know what a date party was. She was in a sorority, I wasn't in a fraternity, and I was like, heck yeah, I didn't know what it was, and then I was so embarrassed. It was in October, so it was a Halloween themed date party.
Mm-hmm. You had to wear matching costumes?
I was dressed as a pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean. That was our outfit. And she's like, we're going out to dinner before the date party. And I was like, so are we coming back here and getting dressed and then going to the date? She's like, no, you wear your costume. I'm like, I'm not going out in Starkville to a restaurant in a pirate outfit. And she's like, no, this is like normal. And I'm mad. I'm like, I'm so embarrassed. Like freshman on campus, I have no idea this is kind of normal.
Is it really?
Yeah. So I think we're at like Chili's or something, and I walk in. The only thing that made it better, my buddy Dennis was in a full Spider-Man unitard, spandex, everything, and he's just like, "What's up?" Like fully comfortable, and I was like, "Okay, smashing some Chili's." I'm like, if Dennis can be that laid back, he was a senior, and so I was like, I guess this is pretty normal, because I was like, people are going to just be staring at you, just like, like, who are these? But it's just college town, so you get used to it. And then, so now you go out to dinner and you just see, it's a day party, whatever.
Was that your first date?
I say that was, I don't know if I'd call that like our first date. We kind of claimed Valentine's, so I kind of fast forward a few months. Like I said, we started talking, hanging out, kind of like that fall, but I had never dated anyone. She was my first girlfriend, and in my family, that's a pretty big, firm decision. I think it's like if you're dating, you're married, you're bringing home to mama, and so our first date was Valentine's Day 2012. But it was funny because as she tells the story, I asked her to dinner at 6:00 that evening, which is not true.
Okay.
She said that I was her backup plan, and I said no, that was not true. I was actually, and I asked her out I did ask her out the day of, which is not smart.
Well, it happened.
I know, but I wanted to go to dinner. But my brother was like, dude, you asked her out on Valentine's. Y'all like official. Like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's like, what you were trying to make it official.
So I was kind of like, I'm like, do we, I'm like, we're about to be locked in.
Right.
So this is big decision, just going out to dinner for Valentine's. And so it all worked out.
Naive.
Roslyn likes to tell the story that I waited until 6:00 that night. And I was like, no, that's not true. But it was the day of.
Well, so it worked out.
It did. Been married. It'll be 10 years in July.
Wow.
So
congratulations.
Yeah. How long have you been married now?
It'll be 27 years next week.
Dang.
Yep.
So I always say that, like, I don't think of you as being that much older than me when you say stuff like that. I'm like,
Thank you.
Dang, Matt is a lot older. Because you look great, by the way.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Healthy Matt looks good.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
getting that little tan, that little summer tan.
If you put tan on fat, it looks good.
It looks good. You just got to get out there and catch a few more fish.
Yep.
Just working on that tan.
Dude, I'm trying. Yesterday I was fishing and nothing.
I didn't catch anything yesterday either.
Like
makes me feel better.
No nibble, no nothing.
Same.
So I don't know what was going on.
But I texted my buddy Logan, and he's wearing them out. He said, "Dude, I've caught like 7 in the last 30 minutes." I'm like, "Screw you."
Yeah.
I was like, I haven't got a nibble.
I don't know.
I changed baits like 5 times.
I switched. I was fishing a lizard, then I switched to a crawfish, and the crawfish still didn't get anything. My dad and I went fishing 3 weeks ago with crawfish, and we murdered them.
Like live crawfish?
No, just some
like
soft plastic. Bait? Yeah. And they were mad at them, but
really,
yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe the rain messed them up or something.
I don't know. The last 2 times I've gone, I've not caught anything, which I'm only fishing for about 30 minutes. But at the same time, I'm like, normally I catch something.
Exactly. Everybody sees the pictures that I put on Instagram. Well, it's because it's the one fish that I caught that afternoon.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm like a little kid. When I catch it, I run to the window. I'm like, hey, Kim, take a picture.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah, me too.
Even if it's tiny, I'm still proud of it.
Yeah, still proud of it. I finally ordered I've never had a scale in my life, but like I've always been like, oh, that's 2.5 pounder,
Yeah.
Now you wait, like, it's 1.5 pounds.
Right. It's 9 ounces. But it fought like hell.
But man, it was a big one.
Yeah.
It was a big one, man. There's got to be at least 5 pounder.
Yeah.
A 5 pound fish is a big fish.
It is a big fish. I caught a close to 5 pounder a couple weeks ago, and it was.
I saw that.
It was impressive.
It was a big old fish. They start to look like distorted when they start getting above like that.
Man, speaking of the story, I caught a massive catfish off of my dock that almost filled a 5-gallon bucket by itself. It was so big I was afraid to touch it. I cut my finger wrapping the string to lift it up and put it in the bucket because I didn't want to touch it. It was ugly. I wound up touching it later and making catfish nuggets out of it, but it was.
That's too big.
It worked out.
You don't want to make catfish nuggets out of something that big.
It was, it had to die. It can't stay in the lake, so you might as well eat it.
Yeah.
If you kill it, you eat it.
There you go. It's a good point.
Yep.
Good point.
So.
Catching some fish. You got any trips coming up? Like, do you ever go down to Venice and go fishing or anything?
I go to. I've been to Delacroix.
Where's that?
That's like go through Chalmette and down on the opposite side of Venice and Port Sulphur and all that. And then we just went to Venetian Isles, which is just on the other side of Lake Pontchartrain from Slidell.
Okay.
And that was a really easy setup. We caught speckled trout. In Delacroix, we catch a lot of drum, redfish. Try to find the speckled trout.
Speckled trout are so good.
Oh, it's the best tasting fish besides a crappie.
You like crappie better?
I love crappie. Crappie is so clean. It's a good fish. Speckled trout's the same way. It's just that it's
just a good, clean white fish, and it's got some good flavor to it.
It does.
I love some speckled trout.
Me too. Well, I mean, we fished that Highway 11 bridge right there that you pass if you go from Slidell to New Orleans, and did really good there. It's my first time fishing like that. Normally it's on a popping cork. We were fishing on the bottom, so you got to be real mindful of what and you're fishing with a weight. So when you feel it, you better get after it.
Yeah. I've never done that.
It was fun. It was a good time, and stayed in a nice place. It was right on the water. A whole lot more convenient than driving an extra hour to Delacroix or an extra 3 hours to Venice. Man,
does
Venice
Kim go with
way
you?
Down there.
She like to fish?
Yeah. Kim can't do boats. She gets seasick, so.
No amount of Dramamine is going to help her out?
No, it doesn't matter. She could have patches on each side of her head, wear the wristbands, and be taking Dramamine. She's still going to throw up. It's not good. So there's no cruise in my future either. We don't do any cruising.
I've never been on a cruise. I don't have a desire to go on a cruise. Do your girls fish? Do they like it?
They do. I mean, everybody will fish in the backyard.
Yeah.
And we've talked about maybe taking the girls on a trip, but Grace can get sick. Kate, I mean, they all got their mom's equilibrium or whatever it is. So they're not. We don't want to waste a bunch of money to take them down there just so they can be miserable.
Yeah, no, there's no way to get away from it.
No.
I got sick one time when I was younger.
Did you?
Deep sea fishing, and
it's got to be awful.
It's just, they're like, stare at the shore, and I was just like, this is making it worse. I just go took a Dramamine, lie down. But it's funny, I haven't gotten sick since, so
that's good.
Maybe I outgrew it or something, but it was awful.
I've been motion sick before on like a plane or something, but not.
I can't
stuck on a boat.
I can't sit in the backseat of a car. Like if it's any type of like long, nope. I get sick. And if it's the middle row, it's okay. But typically it's like I'm calling shotgun for a reason. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna last very long, or I just get sick. So growing up in a big family, I'm riding the back of the minivan or the Yukon XL, so you're way back there.
Right.
And you just slung all over the place, and yeah, it's rough.
I remember those.
Yeah.
Or the station wagon. You don't know this probably. This was before your time, but the station wagon had a seat that faced backwards.
Okay. I have not been in that.
I've been in that. That was awful.
My grandmother
and you can't really see over it because you're too small.
If you can't see where you're going, I think that's the thing, is if I need to like stare at the road, like where I'm going.
You're literally looking at a back panel of a car.
My grandma had an old Nissan Frontier that literally had a seat that was folded out of the back of your room in that back seat of that Nissan Frontier.
Where it made you face in?
And you
terrible.
Faced in. I'm like, how was this legal? Because I was like, if you are in a car wreck, you're dead.
You're not going to make it.
You are squished. But I thought it was really cool when I was a kid, because I'm like, here's grandma and papa, and I just, crawl back. I'm the only thing that can fit back there. Yeah. But I'm like, why did they put a seat?
I don't know. That is crazy.
But I rode back there several times.
Why even extend the cab that much?
I know, because it's literally like a foot.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, there's a seat back here,
Yeah. Well, it was the begining of the extended cab.
Yes, I guess so. Now they just get bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
and
the back of a Ford is awesome.
It is. I was, especially throwing a car seat back there. You're grateful for the extra room for sure.
Car seats, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But speaking of cars,
okay.
So some people might not know exactly what you do. Just give yourself a quick introduction on kind of what you do as business-wise.
Yeah. So I'm a State Farm agent. So we do property and casualty and life and health insurance. And then I'm also an investment advisor. The State Farm agent, the agent of the future, and most of the agents today will be able to do all of that. So you can insure the house and the cars for folks, and then have more in-depth conversations about goals that they want to achieve, and start putting savings away for retirement.
Yeah,
that's pretty neat. I mean, to be able to have a real holistic conversation with somebody and say, hey, we want to protect all this stuff, but we also want to help you achieve your goals. That's what it's about.
I like it too, because you have people telling you, oh, you need to buy this insurance policy, or maybe you need to invest like in this. And a lot of people tell you, oh, you buy these certain policies. And I'm like, all right, so some of these are coming from insurance groups, but it's an investment. And it was always like kind of confusing to me. So it does make sense, because I'm super financially illiterate. That's why we have a lot of conversations trying to learn from you. But it just, to me, it makes sense to have someone that, can walk you through. It's kind of, hey, we're going to protect your assets and kind of help you walk through that. So the financial advising stuff, that's newer, or have you been doing this stuff
for as long as I've been doing it? It's been around.
Okay.
And then for a minute, State Farm took a break because there were some fiduciary rulings that were going on that maybe they didn't want to abide by and make their agents have to go through additional licensing to get it. But when it all played out, they saw the advantage of it, and so we did have to get another license. So I have 5 licenses to function in my business. 3 of them are for just financial services. Only 2 of them are for insurance.
Huh.
And it's a good thing. I mean, it's a whole lot more fun to talk to you about retirement than it is to talk to you about, how about that car that we got to get insured, or now let's talk about that windshield you need to get replaced, or whatever,
Yeah.
So we're having conversations not about bad stuff. We're having conversations about hopeful things, which is really good.
Yeah, and to me, it fits you way more. Like,
thanks.
You like coaching. You have a gift for it.
I appreciate you saying that.
Outside of just work stuff, like life stuff, I'm grateful to call you a friend, and you've invested a lot into me and a lot of other men's lives around here. So I think it's really cool to see you just doing what you're passionate about, and now the business is just tying into what you're doing. So
I appreciate you saying that, because it is nice. My competition does a really good job of discrediting that, though. That's a thing that I think State Farm, actually, we just had national convention this week. So State Farm's probably going to do a better job of advertising that, hey, because whoever's listening to this podcast and watching this right now is probably like, what? I didn't even know they did that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is nobody does. So we've got to do a better job of talking about it, because, the Edward Joneses of the world, that's essentially the number one competition. And they would say, you really want your car insurance guy to be helping you with your retirement?
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, you really want somebody to help you with your retirement that's not already helping you protect all your assets and your livelihood?
Mm-hmm.
So it's it seems like a natural thing, like you're saying. I appreciate it, because it's, and I going back to the coaching thing. I'm passionate about that. I want people to be successful, and I've worked with some folks who are in some really bad places, and watch them come out of that muck and get to a place of joy and success again, and experience their family, and just everything that God had intended for them, rather than just crashing and burning and seeing what's next. So recovery is what I do for a living, and it's what I do for a lifestyle. It's who I am.
Yeah. Well, it's really cool to see, man. And
thank you.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on here is you do have you're one of the people that exemplify there's enough cake, let everybody eat. It's like, there's plenty of cake here. Let's all eat. Let's all be successful. Like, you want people to be successful, even like in your own industry. Like, I've never heard you talk, and I appreciate it too, because I've never heard you talk bad about a single other person, really in general, especially in your profession. Mm-hmm. It's like, you don't care. It's like, you want other people to be successful, and I really appreciate that. And that's why, you've connected me with a lot of people in our community, and I feel like you do a lot of things for Gluckstadt that's not even really beneficial to you. You're just wanting other people, because you live here and you want to invest in your community. And that's kind of one of the themes that I wanted to do with this podcast. I want to bring people on here to bring awareness to their businesses and our communities, because all these things tie in together. Mm-hmm. And we are a community, so we need to act like it. And what do you do with community? You talk and you interact and try to add to it, not just suck out of it.
I appreciate you doing that, and I hope you get an opportunity to highlight as many businesses as possible.
That's the goal.
But all boats rise philosophy, it's just, when the tide comes in, all the boats go up. And that mentality of your success is not my failure. I think a lot of people view other people's success as their failure. And that's just not my mentality. I'm going to be successful because I did something and I'm successful. It's not because you didn't do something, but that there is that, some folks don't like seeing successful people. I want to be around it. And I got that from a guy early in my career outside of the insurance industry when I was in the food service with Cisco, and he would wear a suit, and none of us wore suits, and he would wear a suit and he would drive a nice car, and he's like, man, my customers want to see me successful. And I'm like, man, I got to show up in an old beater because they're going to think I'm making too much money. And he's like, that's not the kind of people you want to be around anyway. And it was helpful because the truth is I want to be around people who are successful, more successful than me, somebody that I can help, somebody that can help me. We're all on the same march, right? I might be a couple of steps ahead of you or a couple of steps behind you, but we're just all hopefully heading in the same direction. And if we're not, well, then we're not walking together. That's okay.
Yeah. You gave me a good piece of advice early on when I was first getting started in real estate. It was some will, some won't, on to the next.
Yeah. Just move on. It's okay.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. It's part of it.
Yeah. Dragging dead weight is gonna,
Yeah. It doesn't get any more complicated than that, really. It's just that simple. I don't even know how to expand on that. I mean, some will, some won't. Next, move on. It's okay. So
yeah, and we do live in such a comparison society with social media.
Yep.
And I don't know where that comes from, but I'm glad you said that.
It comes from the pit of hell. That's where it comes from. Yeah,
I mean, like, say it again. Your success is not someone else's failure.
Yeah.
Or
my success is not your failure.
It's not your failure.
Yeah. And your success is not mine.
It's not my failure. Yeah.
Just because somebody does a better job than me, doing the same thing I do, doesn't mean that I'm a failure at it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I mean, the devil creates doubt, right? That's where it comes from.
Yeah.
And then there's Andy Stanley wrote a book called The Comparison Trap. What a great trap. I mean, the first lie in the Bible was, did God really say?
Did he really say that?
Yeah, and that's what he said. Did he really say that? And it's like, do I deserve, that same doubt of like, why does he deserve it and I don't deserve it, And all of that is just, it only comes from one place.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but it's what drives everything. It's what drives all the wars and the greed and all the craziness that's out there. But, I think you said we all got enough to eat, mm-hmm. Maybe. It's out there. How about that? If you don't have enough to eat, go get it. It's out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could get me preaching on this for a long time.
I like it. It's funny you said that, like, that first lie was, did you really say that? And then, so Ben Derrick, Ben mm-hmm. Derrick very well. He's got a great quote from Deer Camp that's really stuck with me. It's like, Satan is not a creator. He can only bastardize what has already been created. And it's like, man, if you resonate with that, it's like stuff's hitting you, flying around you, and it's like, this is not from the creator. This is not from God. So it's like, because he can't create anything. And so it's all this noise and this chaos and this misconstruing. It's like, exactly where that's from, and that is not of God. That is the devil. That is of Satan. And so for you to speak into that too, I think it just ties into it.
Oh, it's a daily struggle. Don't get me
don't
get me wrong. I'm walking out here going, man, that guy's got all the faith in the world. No, like I am, I am a doubting Thomas too. But that's just a constant fight that I have to fight to go. Am I enough? It does. I know he loves me, but does he love me this much? Whatever it is, and that's a daily struggle. But that's all of our struggle on this side of heaven, anyway.
Yeah, and just trying not to play the comparison game, or getting blindsided by something that you're like, why does that happen? And you don't know, and you're probably not going to know at least for a long time, or maybe not even this side of heaven.
Yeah.
And that's hard to sit with sometimes.
It's hard to be thankful for everything. But supposedly we have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, somewhere in there it says it. And, and then to be prayerful. And just gratitude is the great healer for sure when it comes to a lot of stuff. And to be thankful for the hard times, that's tough.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're sick, it reminds you that you took your health for granted.
Absolutely.
So then you can be thankful for that.
I will always have some more gratitude towards Zen since I've been off of it for the last 4 days. I definitely took it for granted.
Yeah.
It's been a little rough. Still got 26 days to go.
Oh, good luck with that.
I know.
Nicotine is my friend.
It is. I know. And literally I'm sitting at lunch and I was telling Shelly about it. She's like, well, nicotine's not even that bad. I'm like, I know that, but I wanted to get off of it.
Right.
Just for a little bit. She's like, why? If you're just going to get back on it. I'm like, that's a good point.
I don't know if it's bad for you or not, honestly, but I've heard about these moms who are like giving their kids some nicotine for something.
I haven't heard about that.
Look it up. It's terrible. I don't know. It does. I'm sure it was on a TikTok somewhere and they're like, give them a nicotine patch. It'll help them through school. What?
Probably not.
It's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not chasing the nicotine rabbit with you right now. We're not doing that. This is officially sponsored by Skull Wintergreen.
Skull Wintergreen.
Yeah.
Oh man, we do need some. Pursuit podcast sponsors.
Yeah.
Maybe
we'll see if Skull will pony up.
Skull, right? Copenhagen Wintergreen.
Maybe so.
Long cut. Zen. Everyone jokes with me that I could be a Zen salesman because I've gotten so many people on Zen.
Mm-hmm. Which for a while there, you were collecting all the.
Yeah, I still collect all the points.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Is that what bought all this equipment?
No, this is
a Zen podcast.
This is not a Zen podcast.
Okay.
I got a sweet Yeti backpack.
There you go.
Yeah, it was like a $300 backpack because it's Yeti, so of course it's going to be expensive.
Absolutely.
So, but trying to see what I got on there, what I can save up for. They always have some cool stuff.
Good.
So, yeah. So if anyone wants to give me their points during this next 30 days to keep me going, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. I got a couple for you, I guess.
Got a couple cans for me.
Yeah.
No, man.
Well, good luck with that, man. That's so discipline.
Yeah.
I guess that's part of it. You just trying to figure some things out.
I want to. I do things, and I really don't have a goal sometimes. Like I did my marathon last December, and a lot of people were like, "Why are you running?" I was like, "I don't know, just to
see if I can."
Yeah, it's just like I think to just do something hard, and then I'll get in phases that maybe I want to be more present. Maybe I'll delete social media for a month, or maybe I'm going to give up alcohol, I'm going to give up Zen, or just something, and just try to give myself like a little reminder to be a little bit more present where I'm at then, instead of searching for something to fill my attention, because I'm really, really bad at that. I'm super ADHD, OCD. Like I'm constantly trying to fill up my time with something, and it gives me peace short term, but then over time it just keeps me ramped up. So I think that for me, it's more of just I just kind of want a little reset.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think that intentionality is.
Yeah, just being intentional,
right?
And then discipline of it too. Just knowing that you can do something. So you're like, as soon as I told you I was doing it, you're like, you'll do it. And you're like, you'll do anything you want to do.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I said anything you want to do.
That's right.
And that's what it does. I wouldn't say it frustrates me. It's just other people. They're like, oh, well, I can't do this, or I can't do this, or I've tried this, and it's like, or I want to, and it's like, do you really want to, or are you just saying you want to? Because if you want something bad enough, you'll do it. Like, have you seen that motivational speech video where the guy tells the story of dragging the guy out into the water, and then he holds him underwater, and he's holding him in like literally pops up, and he was like, "Why did you do that?" And he was like, "What did you want in that moment?" He's like, "I just wanted to breathe." He's like, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. You didn't really want to be successful. You really wanted to breathe, like there.
Gotcha.
You've never seen that clip?
It's a good point.
It
sucks though.
Yeah.
I mean, it just does, because that's like you show up, you've lost a bunch of weight, and everybody's like, "How'd you do it?" And everybody
Ozempic.
wants to hear Ozempic, or I just took this one pill. And then when somebody says, "Well, I was watching my calories and I was exercising and doing all," then they're like, "I didn't want to sign up for that."
No,
never mind.
A lot of people want the short term fix, and man, I'll be I'll be honest too. It's like, I'll like look at guys, and, you see all these ads all the time. And I'm like, I'll see like a 45-year-old dude who's just like jacked, and I'm like, yeah, he's on test. I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah, you got to get some kind of disclaimer that says he didn't try hard.
Yeah, exactly. But then you really don't know these days,
right?
And so.
But even so, you still got to try hard. It's not like you can just take the shot and be okay.
No, you still
actually have to.
You
do
still
something.
got to put in the work.
Right.
You still do, and. So I started having some conversations with myself around fitness a few years ago, kind of like what were my goals? Because for the longest time, I was working out for sports. Mm-hmm. So if I had something to work out for, it was very easy to get up, 5 o'clock in the morning and go to the gym. Well, when that went away, it was kind of like, I don't have a purpose anymore. So then I went through a time I wasn't really going. I'll sleep in. I'll go tomorrow. I'll hit that alarm. So I didn't really have anything to work out for. Luckily, I have some guys that I work out with now that really keep me accountable.
Yeah.
Once again, community, accountability.
Sure.
Keep me plugged in. But a big thing for me is just looking long term of what I want my life to look like in the future. And I really want to be able to enjoy grandchildren one day. And I don't want my health to be a factor that keeps me from that, especially if I have control over it. And also, I want to do cool stuff for a long time.
Yeah. I'm 49 years old. I've got a 22 and a 24-year-old daughter. And, they're going to get married in the next few years, and then they're going to have a kid. I'd really like to be around for that kid's wedding, graduation, whatever. And I'd like to be able to do it and not be in a wheelchair or limping, So I want to keep myself as healthy as possible. At the same time, my reason for working out is mental health. Mm-hmm. And for me, it is such a big deal. If I don't work out, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
It ain't good. You can catch me, sometimes take the weekend off, and when Monday comes around, it's not I need to get
Sunday
there. It's
I
better get there.
In.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, I'm down, and that's just part of the deal that I signed up for, I guess.
Well, I don't think people realize of how much we do today that is normal is not normal for our human bodies. What we're doing right now, sitting for, I don't even know how long we've been going. So, 47 minutes so far. You fast forward back to kind of early man, when we're foragers and hunters and hunter-gatherers, we probably weren't sitting down for 47 minutes unless we had just killed something and gone through a very rigorous workout, if you will, to get to that point. And now people sit for hours and hours a day. We're also walking around on, foam.
Yeah.
It's just so many things that we say when we roll through drive-through, pick up food, or just the food's delivered to our house, and it's so many things are not the way that we were originally designed. And so I think there are some things we have to do to ourselves to make up for that.
Absolutely.
And the gym is being one of them.
Yeah.
And it's like putting yourself through that. To me, it's like I'm going to start off my day with the hardest thing I'm going to do all day.
Okay.
So it makes everything else easy.
That's good.
Yeah, and I didn't come up with that.
On the other hand, do not. I'm not a morning gym guy. If I get to the gym in the morning, it's probably about 8:30.
Okay.
But you 5 o'clock guys, y'all are a different breed.
Man, it's gotten even worse now that we moved. I have to get up even earlier, so 4:45 alarm. It's early. The watch has actually been helpful. So I used to always set it on my phone, and I'd always set it away from my bed because I knew if I could reach it, I'm going to hit snooze.
Yeah.
So I started putting it away from my bed years ago, and that was a big changer. But it'd always wake up Rosalind. So the watch has actually been really good. Because this battery life on this thing is like 30 days. So
it vibrates and wakes you up?
So it just vibrates and it wakes me up.
Wow.
So it's been nice. Cool. So I can maybe be able to slip out without waking up Rosalind as much anymore. So it's been good. But it also, to me, keeps me more disciplined. Like during the week, if I go to the gym, it's like, okay, I'm probably not going to have that drink or maybe that second drink in the evening. And then, hey, you're getting up at 4:45, you probably need to get in the bed.
Right.
Which that does make it hard because, man, I really love winding down in the evenings with my wife, watch something on TV, read a book. Like, I love those moments. So that does make it hard.
Yeah.
Especially when you're getting up early all the time.
But you're right. It makes you intentional.
It makes you intentional.
Which is what we have to be in everything.
Yeah. And then, I mean, you went through this phase, like when you got young kids and it's like, hey, get up. There's a lot of things you got to do before you even start your day.
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of just getting through it.
I'm very jealous of you at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock going to the gym. I'm very jealous.
Yeah, look, I'm fortunate. I'm grateful. This season of life that we're in is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But don't fast forward through it because, I mean, looking back, there was a lot of stuff we were just trying to survive, and trying to keep our kids alive and keep ourselves alive. And that's unfortunate because when you're trying to survive, you don't thrive,
Yeah.
And that there was a lot of stuff that just comes out of that. But, I mean, that's the struggle for most folks. Hopefully, as a grandparent, we'll be able to help ease some of that for our kids and their kids so that they can enjoy life and maybe it's not going to be as challenging. But I would say, 90% of the population is just trying to get through it, So it's a tough deal because there's really special moments. And not that I missed them, but like we talked about, took them for granted and probably missed some, But I hope not to. I think that's why grandparents are so great about and love because they get to relive it and they get to relive it in slow motion instead of like flying through
chaos.
life. Yeah, because that's all it is, man. Chaos. My goodness,
it is.
Got to be tough. I'm empathetic, is what I'm trying to tell you to your plight.
Oh man, I feel talking to John with twins right now,
Yikes.
and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
So I remember they said they're 6 weeks old, and I remember where we were with the one, and that's like, yeah, life feels really easy right now compared to that. Which someone with a 3 or 4 year old's like, man, you got it easy, or it's just depends on where you're at, but it's fun. Your priorities change. It's like I haven't been as involved with some things as I was, and it's just season of life that I'm in, and also doing different things that you want to do.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are like, oh, your life's going to change. You're done playing golf. And it's like, well, yeah, I've played twice in the last 7 months, and it's because I would rather be at home with my daughter in the afternoon.
Your priority changes.
Yeah, and it wasn't, I can't go play. I could.
Right.
There's nothing to hold me back. She's in daycare.
Yeah.
She's in daycare right now. I'm like, I could go play golf, but there's folks on building a career, doing other things, and it's also it's fun. And yeah, try not to take those moments for granted, like with her. I can't believe she's already a year old.
That's nuts.
I know. Like, you were on the first people that told that, we're having a baby. I remember just walking and telling you, like, that seems like not long ago. I just remember when we were first pregnant, and it's like, heck, a pregnancy takes like almost a freaking year. Yeah. And then now she's a year. I'm just like, holy crap.
It flies.
It is flying by. It really is. I mean, you're going to be 80 like next week.
I know, right? I'm going to be the sexiest 80-year-old there is. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, it's coming. It does. And unfortunately, with business and the business that we're in, you're trying to get to the next closing. I'm working to get to the next whatever, and I'll start all of a sudden just chopping up months into 2-week periods, and then I'll start chopping up years into just months, and here we are. Like right now, we're halfway through the 5th month of the year already. What is that?
Jeez.
There went 26. Just forget it. It's over. We're about to be halfway through it.
You got any big trips coming up?
No. Kim and Grace are going out of the country for Grace's graduation. She graduates tomorrow from grad school, so they're heading to Italy for the launch party for our big girl, who's now going to be a functioning, earning adult.
There you go. You just need to sneak over there and do some climbing.
Yeah.
Have you ever been out of state? I mean, I know you've been out of state. Have you been out of the country for any climbing?
I have not. So we went to Switzerland a few years ago, and I wanted to mix it in, and it just didn't work out.
You need to do it.
Yeah, I should have, because there's some amazing walls over there that I just want to be able to say I've climbed in Switzerland. I climbed the Dolomites. I climbed whatever, fill in the blank. But
have you gone to Yosemite?
Not yet. No. And I've turned down a trip on that because it's on Kim and I's bucket list. So it's not, I don't want to go without her.
Me and Rosalind went a few years ago. It is, God touched that place.
That valley. Man, that valley's amazing.
It's you driving in that overlook, and you're like, how is this on Earth and the rest of the world looks like it does? You know, like
why did California get it?
Yeah, why did California? Yeah. It's like, wow.
Yep.
I mean, it's just unreal. It's like literally, guy was like, I'm gonna do a little extra painting right in here, sprinkle a little bit, but then the rest of it is just kind of like,
yeah.
It's like, how did it end up like that? It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. Like my jaw's on the floor just the whole time, just walking around, and we were hiking for hours, and I was just like, this is just unreal.
Yeah, there's Half Dome. There's
dude, you got to go. But yeah, work in some climbing. I know you and Kim want to go and do it. Like you can do all the hiking stuff, but I really think as much as you love climbing, go in there and like camp, like in Yosemite, and just hitting some walls and stuff too.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if we go, I'm going to climb.
Yeah,
it's just to be able to say you've climbed in the valley is a big deal.
Oh yeah. So when did you get into climbing?
I think it was either 19 or 20. A friend of mine put together a trip, and we went over there, and I didn't know anything. And typically when you talk to somebody about climbing, they're like, you mean like Alex Holland climbing? And like, no, not big wall. We're talking about just sport, fun climbing. But, went over there, and somebody, Bill Blair was leading for us, and I'd met him before, but that was the first time I really got a chance to spend some time with him.
Awesome.
And yeah, he's an incredible guy, and he runs Rocks to Rivers, and Rocks to Rivers is amazing and what they do. But anyway, I did it once, and it was like, how do I get back here? What do I need to do to be a part of this? Anytime we can do it. And started going on multiple trips a year with him, with the Rocks to Rivers crew, and it's my thing. I mean, it's so my thing. I got it on my license plate. It's my thing.
Yeah.
But it's
en belay.
En belay. It's a metaphor too for how I live life. With somebody else holding the other end of my rope. I can't do it by myself. You can't climb by. I mean, you can if you want to be crazy. You can do it by yourself.
Holland,
yeah. Hey, Alex. But you got to have somebody else on the other end of that rope. Climbing is, oh man, it's one of my most favorite things to do.
Yeah, you helped me on a trip, and I thought you were really good at, because it can be overwhelming, but just making it simple and keeping it safe, and then just coaching someone through a climb. I remember watching one of the guys like on the trip complete one of the climbs, and he was very overwhelmed. But it had it as a goal to kind of make it on whatever wall it was. And it was. There's so many metaphors for life. I think that's why you love it so much. And
Absolutely.
Bill does this whole ministry around it. It's just having someone on the other end of the rope, someone that's kind of does it, or that's not in your exact situation that can see things that you can't. It's like, hey, maybe just move your foot a little bit, like right in here.
You're too close to it, you can't see it.
Yes.
But the guy behind you or down on the ground can see. Like, if you'll just move 2 inches to the right, you're good.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, it's awesome. I mean, it is. You're right. Metaphorically speaking, it is life.
Yeah.
One giant puzzle that you're trying to solve. And you can get caught up in the little bitty thing that you're at right now. But if you could just step away and see the big picture, you'd see that you're in the valley, and El Cap is beautiful.
Yeah.
Have
you thought about doing any like certification courses or anything?
No,
like
I don't think so.
Stuff?
I think I just stick with just being an old guy who can kind of climb a little bit. I don't need to be certified. I want to take my kids. My kids have not been.
Okay.
They've done some wall stuff with the camps that they've been to, but they've never climbed. Kim and I went on a climbing trip together, so she's climbed a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd like to take the whole family out there and get them up there and experience that together, because it's a great experience for everybody involved.
Yeah.
The sense of accomplishment, the sense of community, gratitude, exhaustion. Like, come on. There's nothing that beats you worse than a wall. It's crazy.
It's a good one.
You get down and everything's shaking because you're so wiped.
Especially when you're, really overconfident in your upper body strength ability. You're like, I'm just going to climb this wall. And then you're like, your forearms lock up. Like,
I've had it, man, where like my hand was stuck like this. I'm like, this is what's wrong with me.
Got little like T-Rex arms.
Yeah. It's nuts, but it's great because it, going back to what we were talking about earlier, the physical part of it, of, just pushing your body and working hard, that is what we need, instead of sitting in a chair. And then you've got the mental aspect of solving the puzzle, because there's only a few ways up there. You got to figure it out. And then obviously the community piece of knowing that somebody's got your back. Yep. All that together, sign me up.
Yeah, it's the presence of it.
Yep.
You can't really be thinking about a whole lot of other things. No. Like when you don't have it's just like, hey, you are very present in what you're doing.
Yep.
If you're not, you're probably not going to last on that wall very long. Probably going to be taking a little rope ride, down to the bottom.
Yep.
It's one of the reasons I love shooting my bow. It's just being present, like with that, and it's just like your mind just clears, but the rock climbing stuff is the physical aspect of it. I think that's why those trips are special, is because you have so much of that time also involved with the community. Just shout out to Rocks and Rivers, Bill Blair, with what he does. I mean, just an incredible ministry.
Brandon Henry, and just the programming that they do, and the therapy and stuff that they do. They've got a great recovery community that they've built. That you talked about, just like shooting a bow. Same thing with fishing.
Yeah.
When you're fishing, you got to be present. When I'm fishing, I can almost visualize what that bait is doing at the other end of the string. Because I'm just that focused on what's going on, trying to make the crawfish walk or whatever, trying to make the lizard bounce. That's my time. I call it the time at the bank. Stopping by the bank on the way home and just checking out and just being right there. Me, the pole, the bait, and hopefully a fish.
Yeah.
But if not, I'm still good.
A healthy way to check out.
Yeah, watching the sunset.
Yeah, and I think we need that, especially in a society that just so much stuff pulls for our attention, just 24/7, 24/7.
And my phone is in my pocket, and my phone has been going nuts since we've been talking for however many minutes we've been talking.
Yeah,
and it's like, focus. We're having a conversation, and I'm enjoying it.
And I think that's why I've been enjoying this. Is I really like having conversations with people, especially you get into a room like this and kind of eliminate some distractions, and it's intentional.
Yeah.
Obviously we're goofing off talking about a bunch of stuff a lot of people probably do not care about, but
that's okay.
I don't care. That's like, people
I care about
what's your podcast going to be about? And it's just like,
I don't know.
I've got a general theme of kind of like, I know kind of the path I want to talk, but you were asking me for like questions. Like, what am I going to ask? I'm like, dude, we're just going to have a conversation.
Yeah. And I appreciate that, but obviously nervous about just being in front of a camera and a microphone, but
I can blur you out. No one wants to see
it. Please look you straight in the eye on that one. But
give a little wink.
If I could wink, I would do it, but I can't wink. No, never figured that one out. It entertains my wife on a regular.
That
Kim
is funny.
loves that I can't wink.
Say I'm glad I learned that.
Yeah. Matt Guillory can't wink. He can blink.
So if someone says Matt winked at me, they're a liar.
They're lying. Or they just didn't see the other side of my face. He was just blinking.
He was just blinking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty funny. But
this has been good, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Thanks for coming on. Like I said, you're super. You mean a whole lot to me, dude. And,
you too.
I said I'm proud to call you a friend, and just thankful for what you do in our community, and just continue to see your business grow. Like I said, any way I can help with that. Just let me know, man. But
I will.
Thanks again for coming on. It's been fun.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it.
All right.